What is up, YouTube? This is Merman Master coming at you guys from Team Time Riders YouTube channel today with the one and only Jacob. You guys haven't seen him on the channel in a while.
Yeah, it's been forever.
Last video, I think, was that Satella Night Deck profile.
No, it was vampires.
I think that thing got like 2,500 views or something like that. We're trying to do a repeat here with an old favorite.
Yeah.
What do we got?
Alright, so for today we have Battling Boxers.
Oh man, you heard that right, guys.
And that archetype has debuted since Lord of Tachyon Galaxy, and that's like what, 2005, 2006?
Yeah, at least. No, not 2000. It's 2013, I think.
2013?
That was the same set of Dragon Rulers.
Holy snap! Holy snap! All right.
Yeah, it's been a while. 2019 right now. But yeah.
Oh yeah, it has been like 6 years. All right.
Anyway, show us what it is. Show us what a Battle and Boxer deck looks like in 2019.
All right, so this is like my take on it. So I run one copy of Battle and Boxer Big Bandage.
Explain what each of them do, because I bet you like these things came out before some of the people who played this game were born.
Oh yeah. This is like way before, you know, the
like,
current meta's time.
Level of don't quote the magic at me, woman. I was here when it was written.
So once per turn, this card cannot be killed in battle, and once per turn I could copy a level for all my boxers by picking a boxer in the graveyard or banish.
Yeah.
So make all my boxers become that level, so it sets up for like XD's plays.
That's really good, yeah.
Alright, so and then next one counterpunch. This is pretty much like a low budget honest. The reason why I said low budget, because like it only buffs the boxer by like 1,000.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I can activate this from my hand or my graveyard. So either way, it doesn't matter.
You pick up this deck for pocket change.
Yeah, yo, for real, it's dirt cheap. But like the only cards that like maybe money is like staple cards.
Yeah.
But outside that, it's dirt cheap.
Yeah, it's super fun, Battling Boxers.
Alright, next, one copy of Battling Boxer Veil.
He's one of the best ones. Why only one?
Just to make like more room for like other cards.
Oh yeah.
I would run like at least 2 of him, but like yeah. Alright, so what he does is whenever I would take battle damage, I could special summon this card from my hand, and when I do, I heal that damage back. So as if I just get a free body, like
yeah,
I just get a free body during battle.
Awesome.
Next, 2 copies of the headgear.
Alright, this is a guy that does the milling.
So yeah, this guy is like the Armageddonite of the archetype. So when normal summoned, that's like the drawback of it. It has to be normal summoned. But like when normal summoned, I drop a Battling Boxer monster from my deck to the graveyard, and then while in attack mode, he can't die by battle once per turn.
Yeah.
I was just more happy the fact that I got to spray more water balls.
And let's see. Next up, 3 copies of Battling Boxer Sparrer. So this guy is so good going first, because like if I were to special summon him while I have a boxer from my hand, I have to sacrifice my battle phase.
Yeah,
which,
yeah.
As a boxer, I want to fight.
Exactly.
So yeah, it's just a free body, just for XE's link plays. Next up, 2 copies of Battling Boxer's Switch Hitter. So this is kind of like the Coach Soldier Wolfbark of the archetype. I mean, alright, so if you don't know what Coach Soldier Wolfbark does, you can just look that up. But
yeah, basically reborn one from grave on summon.
Yeah, like when normal summon, bring back a Battling Boxer from my graveyard in defense mode. But the problem is, I am only restricted to special summoning boxers.
No, that's not a problem. This is a pure deck.
Yeah. Next up, 2 copies of Battling Boxer Shadow Box. So while he's in my hand, I detach the material to detach the XYZ material from my XYZ monsters. Summon this guy out from my hand for free.
Nice.
And he's an 18 body.
I'm gonna be one of those bitches.
Deck profile.
Yeah. Next up, lastly for the boxers, 3 copies of Glassjaw.
Gotta get a Glassjaw.
Level 4, 2,000 body. That's pretty fair. But yeah, when this guy gets targeted for an attack, he kind of folds and self-destructs. Which
look like an
hence,
idiot.
You know, hence glass jaw.
Wow.
Yeah, when he's sent to the graveyard, I get to pick my other boxers that are not glass jaw from my graveyard to my hand.
Do you like D&D?
And that's it for my main deck boxers.
All right, excellent.
Now for other monsters, I run 1 copy of Ash Blossom Joy Spring and 2 Ghost Ogres.
All right. Why this hand trap lineup?
One thing I love is
I don't know, like I'm kind of like mixing it up, like having like 2 of these or 1 of these or 2 and 2 or 4 or whatever. But like, I don't know. I feel as if like getting stuff off the field is more important than just negating.
Yeah.
So it's actually 2 characters from an anime, but the stats
And
are really bad rendition.
1 Performance Trick Clown.
Oh, very nice for that rank 4.
Yeah.
Action.
So when this guy touches the graveyard once per turn, I bring it out and I take 1,000 damage.
So that's on purpose.
Yeah.
I find it funny, but like also cool. It's like,
And let's see. Next up, 3 copies of Danger Mothman.
Ooh, explain this. This is a hot tech right here.
All right. So with Danger Mothman, you know the standard danger effect. So I like having some of my boxers in my graveyard to like have stuff happen.
Exactly.
And plus, he lets me draw no matter what.
Uh-huh.
And Jake loses his left so I'm like, guys.
Wait a minute. Is that who I think it is?
Hold up.
Fan service
Zoom
in this
right up.
deck profile video.
Yeah, goddamn right.
up like a harlot, presenting herself to fools.
Jack Profile. Stop it.
Package talk.
Okay. All right. Next up, lastly from my monsters, 1 Photon Thrasher.
Nice.
And he's just a free body.
Yeah.
This was like a couple of months ago.
Good stuff. How many monsters in the whole deck? 20 something?
Probably like 24.
Just introduced us to
I think.
his little,
You guys need a box or anything?
1, 2.
his little piranha plant thing.
It's in the
So we went to KFC. We went to
Wait, 1, 2.
KFC, and I was bored.
23
All right,
monsters.
perfect. It's a 40 card deck. All right.
42 actually.
Yeah, let's see the
Alright, for spells.
Car behind us.
So for spells, I run 2 copies of Battling Box and Spirits.
I was out of the car talking.
So this is kind of like a monster reborn strictly for this archetype, just by milling a card from the top of my deck.
I'm just sitting
Excellent.
here. I just sit here and I'm having Seymour and I have him looking back at the other
Good.
card. And I'm
Next up, 2 copies of Instant
and
Fusion.
they're dying.
Get a level 4 out.
Yeah.
And as
Self-explanatory.
we're driving,
More Xyz or Synchro
Yeah.
or Link plays.
Oh, no, yeah.
Not Synchro, Link. Sorry. This is a pure Xyz based deck, so yeah. 1 Rhoda, Search a Warrior.
Yeah, only at 1.
Upstart Goblin. Who cares if my opponent heals? Draw 1 card. 1 Foolish Royal. This is kind of like my 3rd headgear in a way.
Yep.
So drop myself to the graveyard.
So my question is, 42, why the Upstart Goblin?
He has his own Facebook page.
I don't know what other card to use, so Upstart Goblin is just an option.
That's cool.
But I'm going to lean back in my chair.
Alright, next up,
Please
1
do.
Monster Reborn.
Very nice.
You know, pick a monster from out of the
I have a
graveyard.
video somewhere of him talking shit to Jacob and attacking him.
You forgot my straw, sir. And they just like
Next up for spells, 2 copies of Double or Nothing.
Whoa, we got that Utopia play coming. I can
Oh,
smell
yeah.
it.
That's pretty much like one of the win cons of this. Actually, the main win con of this deck.
And like he said his order and then he pulled
I wish I could eat this shit.
He pulled
I don't even like onion rings.
and the lady like seeing him in the horse
Dang.
mask was not expecting.
He wants a
She
masquerade.
just lost her shit. She was like,
Ooh.
she's done.
Alright, next up, 2 Twin Twisters, back row removal.
Oh, I don't
'Cause
know why,
fuck
but
spells
that
and traps.
picture and talk about drive-throughs remind me. My first
Next
job
up,
ever was
2
working
Call
at
by the
a
Graves.
drive-thru overnight.
Yep.
Cause fuck hand traps.
But you wanna know what happened?
Unless it's impermanence.
On my
But other than
first
impermanence,
Halloween working there,
fuck hand traps.
I hear the
And
ding
lastly,
dong,
I
like,
run
the ding dong noise that like when you
1
like,
Divine
during
Sword
the
Phoenix
thing,
Blade.
it has a pressure sensor, so it sends
Wow, that
noise
shit back to your
know
hand.
that someone's there.
Yep,
So I'm like,
1 Moon
"Hi,
Mirror
welcome to
Shield.
Wendy's, can I take your order?" I hear laughing, I hear
One Living Fossil,
"Hi, welcome to Wendy's, can I take your
Autonomous
order?"
Action
And then I
Unit,
hear a car
and
rev,
a
and I
DDR.
look out the window and I'm like,
No
"What the
Dance Dance
hell?"
Revolution.
And then it's like yee small.
The reason why I run these
Dad
equips
with the girl
is
came
because,
out the
you know,
fucking
it's
driver's
old,
window,
and this is a
like,
warrior
over the
deck,
glass,
so.
And she just flashes
Yeah.
And like I just sit there and I'm watching. I'm like,
People are gonna be more interested in that
I
story.
got flashed while I was working at Wendy's drive-thru on Halloween night, and like so she flashes me her boobs right as we drive by. I'm like this at first. I'm like, and then like I just go over the head. I'm like, hey boss,
Before and after
what's the
shot.
protocol if you got flashed at the drive-thru? And then all the guys who are working the shift, because like if you go over the headset, everybody can hear you.
Oh, they
all,
probably
every-
were
all the guys
before
were
and
like,
after meth
wait,
shot.
wait, you got flashed, you got flashed, and then one guy
Hey,
goes,
Ron.
what size? And I just like I sat there for a bit, really quiet, and then over the headset I was like, probably a B cup, looked about maybe a C.
Oh, shit.
And my boss, like, over the headset, just came like, go back to your cash register, Cassie. Stop talking about titties. He's not even like, oh, we're supposed to take video footage or whatnot. He's just like,
Ooh.
ignore
Go back
the
to
titties.
work.
Go back to work. And I'm like,
Hit it from the
it's
back
1
of the
a.m. It's Halloween. Okay.
And
Okay.
That's what I call a double stack.
It was just,
Jesus Christ, Ron.
Aren't you
I
gonna
was
have me do that
so
post?
Yes.
technically I was a minor at that point, so she could have gone to jail if they decided to press charges.
That's
so.
Jacko from not Skull.
Guilty Gear.
Guilty Gear.
But yeah,
Girls in Yu-Gi-Oh! too.
And then you're gonna get threatened.
alright, now for my extra day. Sorry about all that distractions and the side
When
track.
her leg starts working again.
But you know what? If it gets views because of that, then so be it.
Goddamn right.
Alright, for my extra deck,
she does
do
that.
that.
1,000 eyes restrict.
I could do that now, but
It would
still,
be
it's
better if I had Millennium Eyes,
also the
but
perfect
this
position
is though.
I could
Things you
possibly
find
do that,
during
but to be
Halloween a
honest,
couple
it's
years
just
ago.
uncomfortable.
It's probably
The
not.
memes are just too much out here.
That's like I don't like the.
Next
I
up,
mean, I'd love to get
my
you
other
to do this.
instant fusion target, one
Carbonala
Carbonala Warrior.
I was like, where's
Yep, level 4, which is perfect.
Small.
He's a warrior.
Yeah.
Bye.
Real good guy.
What does he have and why is he making that sound?
He has a pancake and he's like trying to evil laugh because he stole a pancake, I guess. But like,
Oh
I was just more like I turn around and I see a child run by with a pancake. I'm like, wait, where did the child come from? I'm like, there was a child here this entire time.
He waved at me over there.
I didn't even see it.
Alright,
I was like,
next up,
child? Where?
2 copies of Battling Boxer Lead Yoke,
Best one.
the best boxer
Luckily, Dad was right there. And he
for the
was
whole
just
deck.
walking after him.
So, what he does, if any of my boxers were to die, I can just detach, save him, and then if he gets stripped, pause, he gets bigger.
Oh. I get bigger when people strip around.
Basically. Alright, next up, 1 number 79, Nova Kaiser. So what he does, I attach a boxer from my hand or my graveyard onto him,
That looks good.
and then he gets, bigger by 100 for each one attached to him.
I did say.
And then when he dies by my opponent and he goes to the graveyard, depending on the number of materials, I special summon that many boxers.
No problem. I'm trying to help out here.
So I can reset my own XYZ plays good.
You gonna finish it?
Next is my WinCon card.
Our last one can go.
Number 39, Utopia double. So detach, search
Yep.
double or nothing, and then overlay Utopia.
5K motherfucker.
Finish his deck review.
If only, if only.
It's not even
Let's
on
finish
his
the deck
face.
profile.
It's not even on his
Alright,
face.
next up,
15 of this.
one Abyss Dweller.
Y'all already know what that does.
Shut down my opponent's graveyard.
Yep.
Exit on night, pop the board if I'm outnumbered.
I'm a huge cat person.
She'll
so
be
I
often in
have,
boxes.
My
Yeah.
neighborhood, there's a bunch
Sure
of
comes up a
cats
fair
in the
amount.
neighborhood.
Number 101 Shark.
So why this over like a Castel or something like that? Is it because Thunder Dragon's still?
And in our
I like
neighborhood,
stealing.
there's a lot of rats.
I like to
walk
steal.
home after work,
I like to steal my opponent's things.
Way to live up to the stereotype, brother.
in our neighborhood.
Do not admit that on camera.
I think that's why there's so
What?
many
I like to
rats.
steal my
Because
opponent's
there's
monsters.
So many rats, that's like the theme.
I heard what I know what I
It
heard.
was wild because like I walked in
shut up.
like 2 rats and then 3 cats chasing them.
We're gonna edit that out. Next up,
You're assuming I have enough skill to do that.
Living up to the stereotype, huh?
one Baguska. One Baguska to slow the game down. And lastly for my XZs, one Utopia
Someone I know named
Get that.
with the better picture.
Yeah,
I mean the original art is pretty good too.
But like that's a killer art right there. He's got XYZ materials in there.
Alright.
likes white. She
Lastly
likes light
lastly are my Link monsters.
Lay him
So
down.
one Underclock Taker.
Yep.
Alright, next up, 2 copies of Assault.
It was like with diversity.
Again,
It was
the warrior
like when
deck, and
Naruto
hence
had
why I run
Naruto happened. They
the
went
5
one
equips.
season
Yep.
without realizing they had
So
no black
this,
people, so they
alright,
made a whole
upon being
different-
link summoned, I search a warrior.
Trying to
So
help
the ideal warrior to search, knowing that I can't use it that turn,
Yep.
would be Veil. Because like it prepares me for what's gonna come next.
Yes. That's really good. It's searchable like that. I can
or
understand why you
counterpunch.
see him one, yeah.
And then yeah, and then
Any number of equips with different names and special summon the.
yep, special summon that warrior.
That stuff is in my Dark Scorpion
Stop
deck.
doing it already.
And
Dark Scorpions. Jesus Christ.
Donzalug.
God's a loot too.
There's only one thing.
You're on 2 of me in your deck. You're gonna win, little buddy.
No, you need to run all 3 copies.
Where are we gonna find a third one?
I don't know.
Oh, we're so
why are you talking like Joe Pesci?
Joe Pesci, how dare you?
What was you?
And lastly, Nightmare Unicorn.
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, Donzalug.
Yeah, Nightmare Unicorn is just there to like, bounce stuff
If you need
back.
to see that, I can run that back for you.
And as for side deck, I don't have a side deck as of yet, but like I'm still trying to like experiment with this deck. I mean, I do love the archetype, don't get me wrong, but it's just like I'm just like trying to figure stuff out.
It's a very cool deck.
I can just show them.
It really is.
Oh,
I mean,
alright,
this
I'll show
deck
that
is
one.
like just for fun.
Yeah.
I mean,
exactly.
it may be able to like, fight some meta decks, but like not all of them.
That dress. I don't think that dress
I mean, the
fits.
game's just getting too fast lately, but
There's my
it's still a really good deck. If you guys want to throw it together, I think this is a fantastic list. Having seen many boxer decks back in the day, I think Jacob did a great job bringing that back into 2019.
Yeah.
So, with that being said, anything you want to say or any shout outs you want to give?
I'm like, well,
thing.
it's good to be back on Team Time Riders. Yay!
Of course. Well,
And-
great to have you again.
And there will be a future deck profile coming up.
Looking
Like,
forward to it.
like I'm really
gotta
like
let
trying to complete like my hero deck.
Oh man.
So like as soon as my heroes are done, after getting the evil hero stuff that I want, then I'll do the deck profile on that.
Yo,
Best believe.
can't
That was
wait.
my first band.
Alright guys, thanks so much for watching. This is the Mermail Master and Jacob, and we're signing out. Catch you guys next time. Peace.
Peace, motherfucker.
Peace, motherfucker.
Say goodbye.